Letting the yarn untangle that is you. Hi, guys, I'm Ian McMinn, and this is Path to I Am. So, today, talking about letting the yarn untangle that is you. As I've mentioned many times on this channel, when we shift into I Am awareness, acknowledging and simply being aware of the fact that I exist, that I am, and see this shift of experiencing myself being in the kingdom, the sort of tangle that I've experienced up until this point gets to come undone. So making this shift is instantaneous. It actually, I get totally untangled as soon as I have this change in awareness. And so the more I return to this awareness that I am, that I exist, as I've talked about, I experience myself as I am unlimited. And the more and more I come back to it, the more I stay in it, the more things just untangle. So there is the simultaneous, instantaneous untangling, along with witnessing changes over time in external reality around me. So how I actually relate to others changes and evolves and grows. The way I relate to my past, the way that I see myself, everything is righted. So one of my teachers taught me, as I believe I said on the podcast the other day, on the I Am podcast, that the meaning of righteous, one of the inner meanings of it is that it something that is righteous actually makes everything right. It creates and makes corrections. It realigns everything. So from the movie The Matrix, we have the mirror that Neo is looking at when he takes the red pill. It's a cracked mirror, and it actually begins to mend, and it becomes whole. And so this is the sort of thing we're talking about here. And this is the process that, as I've mentioned, I help when I work with clients. They will shift into I am for the first time and notice, oh, everything is right here. There is no time. Everything's already achieved. I help them with that. And then for those that make that change with me, or maybe already did prior to meeting with me, we get to go deeper. So witnessing this unraveling, letting the yarn untangle itself, the letting the yarn that is you untangle itself. So I am both experiencing everything all at once, like the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. And then also there's external conditions that unfold in real time, right? So that there is this fun reality that plays out, right, that we live in, that has process in it. And so we can think of a magnet that pardon me, I did not mean to put that in front of the camera there. The reality that we're in will magnetizes itself to our internal state. So they start to line up more and more. Well, if I'm always in my I am, or I'm spending a lot of my time in it, or I'm continuing to deepen the amount of time and my relationship with just the fact that I am, well, I'm going to be so fulfilled, and external conditions are going to start to realign. And so the untangling of me is just one of those symptoms. It's one of those symptoms of my external conditions changing. My actual relationship with who I've been shifts. As I said, past, how I interact with others, how I show up, how I see myself are just a few of the things. And then we get into external conditions in the sense of things outside of me, you know, relationships and business and all of these other things. Um, yes, so you're letting it untangle because it's also paradoxical that the analogy doesn't even need to be used really, because when you make that shift and you're in your I am and you keep coming back, everything there was no tangle to begin with, right? Everything's perfectly aligned. It was just shown to be an experience. I can have the experience of being all tied up and knotted up because deep down, my true nature is to be so aligned, to be so unlimited that I can create the experience of being limited. So, anyway, guys, this is letting the tangled yarn that is you untangle itself. I'm Ian McMinn. I always have in the show notes my website to reach out to me. I have a link as well for 30-minute and 60-minute sessions in the video description for one-off sessions. Donation link. I also have a separate podcast that's on the same topic, but it's all separate content that is on Spotify. It will also be on other platforms as well, all through Anchor. Yeah, guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we will talk soon.